You're listening to the Affirmation Addict podcast with Pyle Corley. This podcast will teach you about the power of affirmations while making manifestation easy and accessible for you in order to enhance your spiritual consciousness. Thank you so much for being here, and now it's time to get started. Hi, love. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my app, Affirm It. It's an app I've created to help you practice affirmations, manifestation, and spirituality. It has thousands of daily affirmations that you can affirm and swipe through, including exclusively curated collections for just what you're going through, from anxiety to confidence, to career growth to love, and so much more. You're going to have unlimited access to our library of meditations, visualizations, and our signature guided affirmations when you join. Affirm It is a place you can come to work on your self-improvement through our guides, practices, and journaling. One of my favorite features the app has is our affirmation notifications, which can help you easily affirm anytime, anywhere. I like to call them the good kind of notifications. Start your free 7-day trial by heading to the show notes and clicking the link, or go to your phone's app store and search for Affirm It. After our free trial, the subscription is just $4.49 a month, or $44 for the entire year. We can't wait to see you in the app. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Affirmation Addict podcast. This is Pyle, and today we are talking about chakras. I love working with chakras in order to help us align, help us manifest. And I think it's partly due to my heritage and my culture. I mean, chakras are based in the Hindu kind of religion and Indian culture. It's something we've talked about a lot. And it's very common in yoga. And I grew up with that stuff. So I think that's why they're probably so special to my heart. And when I started understanding chakras, I started understanding that they're so potent because it can help us with our manifestation. So it's kind of cool to see my worlds collide. So before I dive in, I want to talk today about what chakras are. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, chakras are energy centers that are along our spine. We're commonly known to understand the 7 chakras. So it starts at the base of your spine, which is your root, and then it goes all the way up from your root to your sacral, your solar plexus, to your heart, to your throat, to your third eye, to your crown. So these are our physical chakras. These are on our physical body. We can work with them very, very easily. Going beyond, there's actually even more chakra points. There's many, many chakra points along your body. Like on your hands, you can activate the same chakras, on your feet. So that's kind of what you'll see in acupuncture and acupressure. But also there's more beyond just our physical body. There's, I think, about 12 chakras, including the 7. So 5 more that are kind of beyond our physical body. They live a little higher and they're in our aura field. So very cool way to explore chakras. I love just nerding out over them because it just feels like it's our energy centers, and it really resonates with me. Anytime I've worked with my chakras and dove into them, it really, really helps me. So that's just my little rant on what chakras are. They're energy centers, and the way they work and the way they affect our system is they honestly connect to the different organs in that area. And then that's the physical impact. There's an emotional impact where, for example, your root is like your safety and your sense of self, and you're feeling secure. So there's a lot of different lenses to look at your chakras through. Each of them also has their own color. So you can do some color therapy. There's a ton of different ways to work with and understand your chakras. And I will give you some resources and tools at the end if you're interested in just exploring more. I'm not an expert by any means, nor am I claiming to be. To me, I teach with the chakras from what has worked for me, what I've known, what I've learned. So just an FYI, in case I'm coming across as someone who knows everything about chakras, I don't. There's probably so many things I don't understand yet. But the real cool thing about chakras is I like to think of them as little wheels and little spinning wheels of energy along the base of our spine. So how cool that we have 7 points of major energy along our spine that we can probably place our hand on and start to connect to. And that can help us align our energy and align our vibration. The reason I really love working with chakras is because my philosophy is that if we work with aligning our chakras, we align our vibration. And when we align our vibration, we're aligning to the vibration of our desires. My fundamental thought when it comes to manifestation, spirituality, and the reason I'm even talking about any of this is it's all about alignment. It's all about energetic alignment. And that often feels very airy. It often feels like, how the heck am I supposed to energetically align to something? And so that's where, to me, I feel like chakras are a very beautiful bridge to the physical yet spiritual world and that energetic world. So I feel like it's a really great happy medium. So in my opinion, the more we can align and work and play with our chakras, the more we can align with our energy and the more we can align with the energy of our manifestation. So I personally think it's only helping you progress and proceed to get closer to your manifestation. Is, in a sense, why I love this so much. And so working with our chakras is, I like to think of it, a tangible way to work with our vibration, because when it comes to manifestation, law of attraction, it's very much so like attracts like. Same with law of vibration. What's vibrating at one frequency attracts things and is going to vibrate at the same frequency as everything around it. So I feel like it's a beautiful bridge of those two spiritual laws, which is how you can actually apply it and actually use it to help you. So for example, when it comes to our root chakra, I mentioned it's the color red. It's located maybe about 2 inches below your belly button. So more kind of in that area where right under your stomach. Like I'm literally touching it on myself and I'm like, okay, how can I explain this in words? So that's where your root chakra is located. And the best way, it's not necessarily at the front of your body. It's kind of in the middle of your body. So if you're looking at yourself from a side profile, your chakra, like the center of your chakra, is right in the middle of your body. So think about 2 inches in from each side approximately. So 2 inches down, 2 inches inwards towards like the center of your body, like where your organs and stuff are. So sometimes when you place your hands on your chakra points, you'll maybe start to feel some energy. You might feel tingling. You might even feel overwhelm of emotion, because a lot of our energy, a lot of our emotions, maybe even traumas or kind of hurt is stored in these. And so working with them and working with like your root specifically is very good if you struggle with self-worth, self-identity, self-acceptance. Is kind of your sense of self is how I like to think of my root chakra. And honestly speaking, I think we all can improve here, whether or not you've always worked on your sense of self. I think our root chakra is probably always able to improve. And that's one thing about our chakras. It's not like you work with them once and it's done. I think it's an ongoing practice. I think it's an ongoing up-leveling, an ongoing version of alignment where you're constantly aligning deeper and deeper. I think it almost feels like you align your chakras once and you're done, like you're good to go. But truly, I think your chakras are ever changing because they're energy, right? Energy is always in motion. So one day your root chakra might be so balanced and the next minute it might feel really out of balance. And so if you're looking for how to know if your chakras are in balance or out of balance, I have a guide in my app for you. I'll actually talk about that in a little bit, but I kind of talk through what it looks like if it's out of balance, each chakra, how to get it in balance, and what it really looks and feels like when they're in balance. So kind of like a 3-part guide for each chakra so you can know what you need to work on. So for example, I'll give you a brief overview. So your root chakra is your sense of self, your safety, your security, your self-worth. Your sacral chakra is your area of pleasure, your ability to have fun. And then your solar plexus, moving up a little bit, is your inner child, your creativity, your playfulness. So those bottom 3 chakras are really about who you are on the identity level, emotional level. And then we'll move up to your heart. I like to think of your heart as your connection of you and the world. I think it's where you give and receive. I think it's one of our most potent chakras. I think in a lot of my spirituality, I've really tapped into the energy of my heart. I think it's so underrated. And I'm personally working on expanding this more and more. Your throat is the way you express yourself, your truth, your authenticity. And that's kind of the words you speak, which is where affirmations come in. And then you move up to your third eye. That's your self-perception and your perception of the world. It's kind of like the lens through which you're seeing the world, where your beliefs reside. And then then your crown chakra is your connection to your higher self. Your crown chakra is actually the only chakra that's facing upwards. So it's kind of like facing up to the sky. So I like to think of it as facing up as a connection to my higher self. So that's a little rundown on the chakras. And if you are working on just balancing your chakras and learning about your chakras and tuning into your own chakras, I think it's a beautiful way to connect to yourself rather than only focusing on self-love and self-worth. I think it's a slightly more energetic way to connect to yourself. So I'm going to share a little practice for you based out of Affirm It, which is my app that you can use to help you align with your chakras. So one, immediately, I have a collection of affirmations called Chakra Balancing, and they're organized actually by each chakra. So I would recommend, if you're inspired, to read through all of them, if you want to read through all of them, or just go by the colors and go by the color that resonates with you. It's a fun little intuitive activity to see what chakra might need balancing. So if you're drawn to more of the yellows, that's probably your solar plexus. If you're drawn to more blues, that's your throat chakra. So it's a really cool intuitive check to see what chakra affirmations you really need and might help you. If you want to understand what this means if your chakras are out of balance, I would actually start by reading the guide for chakras, read through it, and then after that, you can either listen to my chakra balancing visualization once a day or our guided affirmations once a day. Both of these are basically you just listen, you relax, and you melt into the sound. And I personally prefer the visualization because I love trying to see if I can see color. It feels super exciting to me. And sometimes when I'm sleeping, I'll listen to the affirmations in the background. So those are different ways that you can work with your chakras. So a practice for you is to read through the affirmations or write them down once a day and listen to a visualization or the guided affirmations once a day. Start there. You can always expand, but it's a very fun way for you to just tune into your chakras because they're ever changing. This work is kind of never ending. So if you want to work with your chakras, all of those tools are inside of my app, Affirm It. You can download it on the iTunes App Store and then the Google Play Store. And then also, if you are ready to embody the energy of your chakras, I actually have a program called Abundance Mastery. It's very niche down into abundance. So your money relationship, your career, manifesting your dream job, but it's inspired by the chakras. It's one of my favorite courses I've created because it's so intentional and packed with so much goodness. So if you're interested in learning more, you can purchase it anytime and you have lifetime access. I'll put the link in the show notes for you so you can learn about Abundance Mastery and see if it's a good fit for you. So that is my take on chakras and how you can work with them and why I love working with them to help me align and manifest. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and I'll see you in the next one. I always get a ton of questions in my DMs from people asking how I can manifest X. The truth is, you can really manifest anything as long as it's for the greatest good. And if you're having trouble manifesting something right now, or you feel stuck on your journey, I have a really beautiful resource I've made for you. It's a free quiz. It's called the Manifestation Archetype Quiz. And it's something that I've created so you can find out your manifestation style to give you more clarity on your spiritual journey. After taking the quiz, you're going to receive the best resources for your specific archetype to help you attract your desires based on where you're at and what you want to create. So you can find a link to the quiz in the show notes or just head to my website at www.affirmation-addict.com. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If this episode resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you could rate and review the podcast and share it on your social media so I know to keep creating episodes that are inspiring you to manifest. I'm so genuinely grateful for the time we shared today, and I'd love for you to join the community by following @Affirmation Addict on Instagram. To continue diving into spirituality and manifestation, head over to my website, affirmation-addict.com. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and so much healing energy.